Philly?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's easy to sum it up. We're talking about practice.
Because it's about as casual as it gets. What's the problem now?
That's a clown question, bro.
I think we ought to see them beat them at least.
World champions!
Start playing with some jam in here. Let's go.
Philadelphia, looking as only you can look. Woo!
Here we go.
Click on Zombie Apocalypse.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 15 of the JNP Sports Podcast. My name is Patrick Wilson, and I'm proudly joined by my co-host, Jonathan Papp. John, how you doing today?
Don't mind me just shoving down some Chick-fil-A fries down my throat real quick. Don't mind me if I am eating. Doing great.
And don't mind me because I am coming... Well, I had a chest cold all week, and I'm slowly getting out of that. So my voice sounds weird, and you will hear some lingering coughing. Probably more. You'll hear more coughs than John yawns.
Probably. I mean, I'm fired up. Got a couple of hot takes in the bag, waiting for today.
Do you?
I just got back from the tournament. Played pretty well. Not overly great, but pretty well. 76 and 75.
76 and 75 better than I would have done.
Well, think of it this way. Yesterday, I was 2 under through 8 holes, and then I tripled number 9.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, Pat, I was rolling yesterday. I was rolling it, and then, like Kathleen said, "Go Birds!"
Yeah, I mean,
go Birds. Let's go. Enough
you want to
about
go?
my cough.
You want to go right into the Eagles, or you want to do locks recap real quick?
Let's go locks, and then we'll go Birds.
Going locks. All right.
Go effing Birds.
There we go. All right. So here is our locks of the week. John and I tied this week, and we are still tied 6-6 overall. So if we end up tying next week as well, by our next podcast, we are actually going to let our viewers decide what our punishment is. Like,
it's not going to happen. I'm going 3-0 this week.
Like, we're both going to 3-0.
My picks.
Oh, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure you're 2-1, right? Or you're 1-2 right now.
Get with the program, bro.
I'm a little slow coming on right now, okay? You got to give me a little bit more time. But yeah, the viewers will actually get to decide what our punishment will be. Since we tie, we'll both do the punishment. So, like, it's got to be within reason. John's not shaving his hair. I'm not shaving my beard. Like it. I don't know. Maybe we'll throw a poll out later this week, just to kind of get an idea. Let chat give you punishments.
Bad idea.
It's never a bad idea. I'm off this week, all right? I had a very bad week. I'm not going to lie. I had a very bad week. Probably the worst week of my life. A lot of mental breakdowns.
Makes you feel any better. I had a week.
You had a what?
Decent week.
No, it doesn't. I still had, like, probably the worst week of my life.
Thought it would make you feel better.
Nah, not at all. But I'm ending the week off right with this. So
exactly.
That's a plus in my book.
It's always a plus.
So yeah, like John and I are tied right now. We will let you guys decide. Maybe later this week, we will send a poll out to figure out what our punishment should be. Or worst comes to worst, you guys those suggestions in the comments, and we will go from there.
Exactly. So let's get into some birds because it's Dallas week. It's Monday night underneath the lights, and
I was going to
I'm a
say,
little nervous.
do you not want to talk about last week at all
Well,
before we go
not
into Dallas?
particularly.
Before we go into Dallas versus Eagles, like you want to talk about the Niners game?
I could.
I honestly thought they looked good.
Yeah, they looked
like their
okay.
offense blew possession like one too many times in the red zone.
Yeah,
They should have won that game. I'm not gonna lie, they should have won that game, but their offense didn't produce.
Yeah, for the first 3 quarters, they were the best team on the field. I unfortunately could not
First like
watch.
3.5, I would say.
Yeah, they were the best team on the field. They just couldn't have capitalized, and I think a lot of it. I'm always about blaming the players because ultimately it's on the execution. But I think this week was on Nick Sirianni. I think his play calls were kind of stupid, and I love Nick Sirianni, but I just think it.
And that's exactly what you just said.
Yeah, it's all coaching this week, and he owned up to it, which I liked. I mean, you can't be calling 3 straight red zone plays at the goal line and only have one option like that. That's just a recipe for disaster. You can't throw a 91-yard bomb and then get away with 0 points.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Like kick the field goal. I mean, I didn't watch the game, but you need 3 points out of that at minimum. But good. That's where good teams score touchdowns there, and then that's 14 points right there off the board that could have helped you win that game. So yeah, I
plus momentum, getting that touchdown momentum would have helped you too.
Right. I mean that place was ready to explode on Sunday.
Oh yeah, the fans were wild. I could hear them over the announcers the entire time.
They wanted to explode, and they were given chances, but they didn't get to reach their full potential. And I think that falls on the coach for not getting them in the end zone more. Yeah. So and Jalen Hurts didn't have the greatest of games. So I think he needs to kind of step up this week because the Dallas defense is not that great. I know they're much improved with Micah Parsons in the middle of that defense, but he really, really, really needs to, as our Philly Sports Line says, he needs to read the defense better. And it's the Eagles are doing a lot of what Jalen Hurts did in college, which is like 2 reads per play, and then if nothing's there, kind of just roll out. Quick stuff. I was listening to Ray Dininger the other day when he was on the midday show, and he said, I love like a 10 to 15-yard pass. Like, why not run a dig with somebody, Devontae Smith? Why not? I mean, he'll beat his man. Why not go in the middle of the field? Because 95% of his passes are outside the numbers. Eventually, you're going to have to come in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I mean, like, I also thought Devontae Smith was very well covered that game too.
Oh yeah,
they didn't give him much option.
Every team's going to double coverage him because he's just their number one option, and they're not going to let him beat him. So it's going to fall in the hands of Jalen Reagor not running out of bounds. And
that was bad.
Sorry, that's 21 points that were off the board. And put it this way, if they win that game, we are not talking about Nick Sirianni. We are not talking about Jalen Hurts. We're talking about this team going 2-0 into Dallas and ready for them to win.
All right. I mean, honestly, that game showed me a little potential in them. Like, I would not be surprised if they ended up winning 7 or 8 games this season now. Even though I originally started off at 6. Like, they showed potential. If their offense can get rolling and click a little better and actually complete some of those passes and not step out of bounds and do little rookie mistakes, they'd be perfect. Like, they'd be all set and good to go.
Now, if anybody watched Hard Knocks, I need Trayvon Diggs like on a highlight reel right now because I think he's okay. I think he's a solid corner, but he's nothing that Devontae Smith can't handle. And I think that they really need to use Dallas Goedert more. I think they need, with Zach Ertz coming off the COVID list, that'll help.
I agree with using Dallas Goedert more.
Screw your fantasy team. Eagles are above fantasy. You have to learn that the Eagles are above any fantasy win unless it's the playoffs, and the Eagles are out of it.
Hey, I mean, like, to be fair, I'm ride or die Philly, but I don't pay attention to football much. So right now, my fantasy team is my number one importance.
Go Birds.
I'm 2-0. What can I say? I'm doing better than the Eagles because my offense produces.
You what?
Yeah, exactly. I'm 2-0.
Bruh.
Yeah.
You're welcome for favoriting some of those sounds, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, Chris is right. Like, here's the other thing. Jalen Hurts was 4 of 9 passing in the second half. First of all, why is he only passing the ball 9 times when you're down? Or 9, yeah. And why did he not have a reception to a wide receiver in the second half? Like, that just baffles me.
Oh, was that the statistics?
Yeah.
Oh.
That baffles me. Like, I'm just so confused.
Yeah,
on that.
that's not good. Like, that's what I mean by the offense wasn't clicking there. Like they need to make those adjustments to be able to actually receive some passes, get some yardage, and get some points on the board.
Chris brings up a good point. Your O-line is your best thing about you. Maybe not with Andre Dillard in there and Jordan Mailata out for this week and Brandon Brooks out, but it's still a strength of your team. I need you to be able to run the ball and not be so pass happy. I've been saying it for years. Use Miles Sanders more. Give him 20 runs a game and feed off of that. Don't come out here and go 3 and out on the first 3 possessions because you're just pass happy.
Yeah, Miles Sanders is a stud.
Yeah.
Use them while you have them.
And he can bring one. He could take one to the house. Like we've seen it numerous times where he can just break off a big 60-yard run out of nowhere. So you need to use his talents a lot more. And I can't just see checkdowns. Take it when you can, but I need to see the ball pushed downfield. I don't need a 40-yard bomb. I need a 10 to 20-yard pass play. That's just, good chunks down the field. Keep moving. Put the defense back, and then boom, they hand it off to Miles Sanders as soon as they move back.
Yeah, I definitely think their game plan this week was to use that long ball, though. Yeah. And it obviously did not work out because Jalen Hurts doesn't have it.
Well, he does. I mean, he threw a 91-yard bomb, and he gave one to Rager, too.
I personally don't think that he has it, especially in that first game when he underthrew Zach Ertz majorly.
That hurts. Yeah. I would love Devontae Smith to have 2 touchdowns and 150 yards. On the road, I don't necessarily see it, but I mean, the possibility is always there. I mean, the talent is there, so that stat line's obviously always there. But I'm starting to be a little curious about Jalen Hurts, as if he only has about 10 throws that he can make compared to like 20. Like if he can only throw it outside the numbers on like a 3-yard screenplay or something, that's not really pushing the ball down the field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like Jalen Hurts is definitely a good quarterback, but right now he's not really proving that he can be the franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
He can move with the ball and he can definitely rush, but he really needs to work on his passing these next few years coming up if he really wants to stand out as a franchise quarterback.
Well, it's not like he has next year to play with because the Eagles are they have 2 first-round picks now, and the Dolphins don't look to be that good, so they're gonna possibly be a top 15 pick, and the Eagles are probably gonna be a top 15 pick again, and they're gonna have a chance to take a quarterback or move up to take one of the top quarterbacks. Like it's just the nature of being in the top 10 or having multiple picks within the top 15 and possibly with Carson because he's playing this week. Adam Schefter just said about 10 minutes ago. They could have 3 first-round picks that they can move up and go get a quarterback. And so they really doesn't have too much time to play with. And the time is now. It's not tomorrow. It's now. And he really needs to just sling it. Like I need him to sling it.
All right.
Simple as that.
Simple as that.
I'll go out there and give you 3 hundo and 2 touchdowns and 4 picks. Yeah.
Less touchdowns, way more picks.
More than 4?
You? Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's bull.
You'll be lucky to throw it like 15 yards down the field.
Nah. I got a cannon of like 20 yards.
And plus, once one of those like 350-pound linemen land on top of you.
I wouldn't let them.
I've seen you run. You would let them.
I wouldn't let them.
I'm pretty sure that 350-pound lineman's going to be faster than you.
Nope.
I don't know, dude.
Nope. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be yeeting out of that pocket and scrambling for my life.
He's going to see one guy run after him, just like, yeah. Just throw it.
With Micah Parsons moving to a defensive end role, he's usually a linebacker. But with him moving to a defensive end, it helps and hurts the Eagles. I mean, it helps that he won't be running sideline to sideline to make plays, but it hurts them because he's a pretty darn good pass rusher. And for Andre Dillard or Lander Dickinson to block him, I mean, it's just going to be it's going to be a tough night for pretty much 2 rookies because Andre Dillard has barely played.
All right, yeah, I don't know too much about that, sadly. So,
yeah, it's gonna be a long night for the Eagles O-line if they can't get things tightened up.
Well, I mean, Dallas is one of the worst pass rushing teams right now, so pass the ball.
Run the ball first, then you pass it.
Give it to Miles Sanders. First 20 touches, Miles Sanders. Rest pass.
Exactly. Now we're on the same page.
Yeah,
right.
no, I actually don't agree with that. But
Predictions Monday. Let's hear it.
I mean, Dallas is still a pretty beat up team, so we're going to be playing a lot of secondaries. I don't think many of them have come back. At least I haven't heard many of them coming back. So I'm still going to say Eagles are going to win this one, depending on how their offense handles it, though. Like right now, with their offense not clicking and their passing not working very well, I'm going to say 17-14 Eagles. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game.
Okay. For those new to the show, I do not pick the Eagles to lose in any week. Even when they play the Chiefs and the Bucks coming up. And this week is no different.
And I'll be a reasonable one.
Yeah, I just don't see. I mean, I can see the Eagles losing, but For this thing, I don't see the Eagles losing. I think it's going to be 24-17 Eagles. I think that they're going to get a defensive. I think they're going to have a turnover, and I think that they're going to take the ball away from Zeke. Thinking they're going to get a fumble recovery. And
I like this Kathleen girl.
And you can come back to me with all the bets that you win because of my predicting. Yeah. I mean, we should be moving bodies off of the line.
She knows her stuff.
We should be pushing people off the line hard.
Kathleen, be a special guest on this show sometime soon. Especially since you know your stuff like this, and this is her prediction.
27-17. Look, as long as we win at the end, I really don't give two craps about what the score is. Go Birds.
That's like 90% of the podcast. Just go Birds.
I mean that's the description of every show that I put in there is Go Birds.
Yeah.
I could put Go Effing Birds, but this is a PG friendly podcast when I hit the right button.
I was gonna say not according to the past like 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah. when I hit the right button. But then it's just beep, 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 beep. Yeah.
I'm so glad I favorited a lot of those. It's so much easier to find them now.
I know. Oh crap.
There goes your timer.
Oh bleep.
22 minutes in and your lights go off.
All right. What sports are we going to next?
I guess the Phillies.
Okay. Okay.
Phillies.
Ranger Suarez, complete game shutout. Love it. 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, 0 walks. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. When they moved him from the closer role or from the bullpen role to a starter, I did not think it was gonna work. Yeah. Oh, who them boys?
Oop.
Holla, holla, holla. We them boys.
We got to find that sound alert now, don't we? Is that what you're doing right now?
Yeah.
You're searching up the song right now.
And it's just not coming up here.
It's probably not on there. You can add them
Yeah, I should.
if you ever have more than like 10 minutes.
Yeah. So Ranger Suarez, I did not think that move was going to be I did not think that it was going to work because Ranger Suarez has a starter role prior. Shut up.
That's why I'm muting myself.
It was not a good look. He did not feel comfortable as a starter, mainly because he has to control more than just his fastball and changeup. And with him adding a slider to the mix, it really kind of changes the game for him. And I just think he locates super well. He's not going to overpower you. He's just going to paint from black to black on each edge of the plate, and he will go right at you. He doesn't care who you are. He's just going to go right after you and not pitch around you. And I think that bodes well for a lot of quality innings. I mean, he has a 1.5 ERA. Like, that's nuts.
That's good. But at the same time, he's really only pitched 3 innings at a time.
He pitched 9 today.
Oh, did he go all 9 today?
Complete game shutout. That's what I said at the beginning.
Oh, I was not listening to you.
Yeah. They finally
Okay.
let him go. He did it in 97 pitches.
That's impressive.
Yeah. I mean, he was just dominant today, and it's just nice to see. I mean, Bryce just hits another home run. No big deal. Probably still won't win MVP, but that's not my decision.
Oh, yeah, he's on the Phillies.
Okay, but like the people that they're talking about are also red hot, but like they're not as hot as Bryce Harper. Like his numbers just are not even close to people. Bryce,
So I got
needs
nothing
to be
on
the
that either.
MVP.
I'm waiting for when hockey comes around, then I can throw stats at you left and right. But yeah.
I mean, here. I think it was John Morterizzi or something. How do you spell his name? Morosi. Here we go. He says, give me a second. Bryce Harper would be number one on my MVP ballot if I had to vote today. He leads the MLB with a 1.051 OPS, which is basically hits and walks and getting on base and slugging all in one. And he's the biggest reason why the Phillies are in the range of the playoffs position.
Oh, that's no doubt.
Yeah. And
I could see the Phillies easily being like 10 games back right now if it wasn't for Bryce Harper.
They could be more. I mean, he's just that freaking good. You know, one day I'm going to tell my kids, hey, I saw Bryce Harper play.
Are they still 1 game back?
They are. Well, if the Braves lose tonight, we're a half game back. But they're playing right now, and Manny Machado hit a grand slam, but then the Braves had to come back and tie it, you little...
Bleep, 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 bleep.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Up the scores.
Oh,
Hold on.
updating us on the Braves game right now.
Yeah. Timeout. 7-7. Oh, God. Top 6 right now.
All right. That's not horrible. There's still 3 innings left to play, so it could go either way, but seems like offense on both sides are doing really good today.
Yeah.
Who are they playing?
The Padres. And the Padres are just in a spiraling
Yeah, they're not good
thing
at all.
toilet.
They are not good at all.
Yeah.
All right, so that's gonna be a different story.
It's a little bit more tougher than it would have been 3 weeks ago, put it that way. Because the Padres were rolling about a month ago. So yeah, I mean I got nothing else on the Phillies other than
Did you just
Ranger
send me a
Suarez.
tweet?
I did, other than Ranger Suarez being
hammering home the L.
a solidified player in the starting rotation next year. And I'm super excited because they're going to have Wheeler, Nola. I know Nola stinks right now, and he has all year. But Wheeler, Nola, Ranger.
Yeah,
Eflin.
Nola's an ace. I keep hearing that from Philly fans. He's not an ace.
First of all, he has the stuff to be an ace. Right now, he's not an ace, but he has the stuff.
I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, I mean, he's just got this 2-seam fastball that he just doesn't throw anymore, which I don't understand why.
Doesn't he have like a 6 ERA in the month of September alone?
Yeah, but like, here's the thing: he throws a 4-seam fastball now with a little movement. Aaron Nola doesn't throw 97; like he throws 93 to 94. He needs to have lateral movement that works down so he can get a ground ball so that he can set up his changeup, which is the exact same movement, just 8 to 10 miles an hour slower. And then he can just drop a hook that goes the other way. And that's how he needs to pitch. I mean, I don't really know how else. I don't know why like Caleb Cotham or Joe Girardi can't see that.
Is it them making those types of play calls for it?
No, but I don't know why they don't, like in between the starts, I don't know why they say, hey, let's do this.
True.
Like just run your 2-seam fastball, because his 2-seam fastball, he aims it at the hip of the left-handed hitter, and it just runs to the inside corner. Like I just don't understand. Just do it like that, and then throw a fastball that starts down the middle and then runs away, and then just play a changeup that runs away to get lefties, and then righties backdoored on the outside corner, and do the same thing with the changeup. and
That's
it's just
your-
like hook.
That's your inner pitching coming in.
I know, like I just don't understand. Like you need to establish fastball command, and then you could work off everything else. But his fastball command hasn't been there, so he's throwing his changeup and curveball too much, and then hitters are just waiting for that pitch because they know that he can't control the fastball. If they see something hard coming at him, they know it's going to be a ball or it's going to be up in the zone so that they can hit it. It's just
and
not
that's
located well.
that's where the 6 ERA comes in.
And he even pitched well the other day in his last start. I mean, I know he gave up 2 home runs, but there was flashes. After that rough first inning or rough second inning, something like that, he retired 12 in a row. Like there's flashes are there.
He just
It's
needs
just
to
a
be
big
more
inning.
consistent.
He's
He's horrible at being consistent.
Yeah, right now he is.
He's absolutely hard. Well, not right now. Throughout his whole career, he's been horrible at being consistent.
He's always fallen off in September. I don't know why. In August, September. I don't know why.
Is he just getting worn down?
I don't know. I don't know what he's worn down from this year. I mean, he hasn't really gone deep in any of the games. I mean, he's just throwing a lot of pitches, and he's out in the 5th or 6th inning. I just don't understand.
Can he not handle the type of pressure to get into the playoffs then? Which means when he goes into the playoffs, he's just going to be even worse?
Exactly. So, not sure. We're going to have to keep an eye on that because if he can't be a part of this rotation, we're going to have some serious issues, and we're going to be wasting more of Bryce's years.
Yeah, and if the Phillies end up making it into the playoffs this year and we see Nola can't handle the pressure in the first series, it's probably going to be like we're going to need to trade him because he's just going to hold us back.
I don't think it's that easy, though.
Trade Aaron Nola for like a 3rd or 4th starter.
It's not that easy. Teams aren't going to want Aaron Nola if he keeps doing this.
Well, that's why you trade him while his value is still high.
Well, it's not high right now.
That's why you trade him when his value is like medium.
Right now.
Yeah. Nola's just way too inconsistent for me. I'm going to keep going back to that. He's just too inconsistent for me. I don't like him in the lineup. I really don't. A lot of people do. I do not. Yes, he has good games, but then he has other games where he lets up nine runs in 3 innings. Like,
yeah,
that's not a pitcher I want on my team.
Let me tell you who else stinks. Didi Gregorius. I mean, I get it. He's played well. He played well last year. But this is a whole new year. This is a full season. Like, I mean, I don't know why Joe Girardi keeps on putting him out there against lefties. Like, he's hitting like 147 or something like that against lefties. Like, put somebody else out there. Put Freddie Galvis in there instead of putting him at 3rd. Like, he's a Gold Glove shortstop. Why put him at 3rd when Didi's struggling? Makes no sense.
Yeah.
That means that you can play Ronald Torreyes at 3rd, who's a much better third baseman than Freddie Galvis. And Ronald Torreyes will actually get a hit once in a while. Like, who would have thought? And then you can bring Didi off the bench if you want to.
It's starting
Crazy
to sound.
concept.
It's starting to sound to me like you want a complete coaching change.
I do. I don't want Girardi here next year, but this is what's going to happen. They're going to be like, "Oh, we're close. Let's keep him." But in all reality, this is it's so exhausting waiting for death. To quote Phoebe from Friends. I mean, it's just it's year after year.
Do you like that video I sent you, by the way? Since you brought up Friends.
What video?
The one I sent you on TikTok.
I haven't really checked TikTok. Did you send it to me today?
I think so.
Yeah, I didn't check that
I
yet.
think it was like one of the first ones I opened up when I woke up this morning.
Okay.
You're gonna have to look at that and let me know what you say.
You
Or what-
what?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I just trust me. When this season's over, I will have a full roster breakdown of who needs to stay and who needs to go.
So it sounds like one of these episodes is gonna be straight Phillies.
That episode could be in a week and a half, or it could be in 2.5 weeks. Like it's really.
Or
up
we
to
could
them.
just make it a special episode.
Well, I'm saying like after the season's over, it could be next week, or it could be 2.5 weeks from now. It's all up to them whether they want me to roast them then, like sooner or later. Like
Yeah, no, what I'm
it's-
saying special episode wise is like have a special episode like midway through the week if you ever
Sure.
end up having time.
Yeah, my golf
And-
schedule. I don't have anything for golf for the next 2 weeks. I mean, I'll have practice rounds, but nothing, no tournaments or anything.
All right.
So, I'll have a little bit of time.
Do you agree with this, John?
What? Oh yeah, I do. Like I said before, you're gonna have Wheeler, you're gonna have Nola, whether you like him or not. You're gonna have Nola. You're gonna have Eflin. And you're
Yeah,
gonna
I still
have
want
Ranger.
Nola going.
You're gonna have Ranger Suarez. That's 4 right there. Most teams only have 3, and we're gonna have 4 solid starters, and you're gonna find a 5th, hopefully, just low end, $2 million, $3 million, something like that, at the low end, and you just hope to get 5 or 6 innings and 3 runs or less. That's really what you're hoping for out of that 5th guy, and Zach
And just go
Wheeler's-
from there.
Yeah, and you go from there.
How's Zach Wheeler been doing? I haven't heard much about him.
He's cooled off. He's now not Superman, but yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as he's not giving up like 7 runs in 4 innings. Nola.
When did this turn into a hate Aaron Nola show? I don't understand.
When every single time I hear his name on the radio, he lets up 7 runs.
There we go. Wait, there we go.
He lets up like 6 or 7 runs. Like,
Yeah. Well, Janikowski getting bats over Mickey Moniak. Yeah, I do. I mean, I would have honestly kept Mickey Moniak down in AAA all year. I wouldn't have brought him up, if I'm being completely honest. I see it. I see it.
that's why I'm not a huge Nola fan anymore.
Him and I probably have the same win record in September.
Yeah, like
0.
you have way more patience with players that have potential than I do.
Yeah.
Like you would rather keep the players with potential here for like 6-7 years
It's because I've seen
and just waste good years for the players that are here that are actually producing.
Well, it's not wasting
Then-
good years. It's you can't.
What are they doing with Bryce right now?
Okay. I thought you were talking about Nola.
I am talking about Nola.
Nola
Nola's
is under contract right now, and you can't move him right now because nobody's gonna. I mean, Nola's contract is really good for if he was who we thought we were signing him up for. But if he's pitching like this, nobody's gonna take him for that price. So you have to keep him regardless. Because even if you cut him, you're gonna have to pay him that full money anyway, and it's still gonna count against the cap. Like it's just.
baseball doesn't have a cap.
Well, it's going to count towards the luxury tax.
Then pay a luxury tax for however many years is left.
Well, that's what I've been saying for 3 years. But Johnny Cigars over here had to sell his cigar company, so now he's kind of like a cheap old rich person, and has no income because nobody goes down to the ballpark because this team is just way too inconsistent.
All right, 4 years for over 45 million is a steal for a pitcher.
It's a steal, but to try and trade him right now, I mean, I just don't think you can this year. I just don't.
We'll see by next year. Hopefully he heats up a little bit midway through next year and you can send him off before he gets inconsistent again.
Well, maybe.
That's all that's all I'm saying.
Look, if you come back to me next year this time and he had another year like this, I'm all for moving him. But I just need him.
You have so much more patience than I do.
I do.
You really do.
Because he's a better option than what we're going to get back in return. If that makes sense. Trading him doesn't make your team better. It just makes your team worse. Because then you're going to have your fourth and fifth starters give you 5 innings and hopefully 4 runs or less. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm sure you could get that trading him. Because if he's supposedly an ace,
you can't. You can't. You're only as good as your last start, and you can't.
I don't know. I want to move. I want to move. That guy needs to, or Johnny Cigars needs to man up a little bit, take a little bit of a hit this next year coming up.
That's the thing. He can't get people to the ballpark.
Because he doesn't have a team, because he won't use that luxury tax.
I can only give him so much money from my own bank account.
Yeah, but I bet you if he went over that luxury tax and got a better bullpen, you'd be giving him more money to go and actually watch the game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He needs to do that.
Okay, mid-tier prospects that you don't know who's going to pan out, who's going to be good. You could trade Nola for mid-tier prospects, and none of them will get to the major leagues. Like, that's just how baseball can work. That's why you can't trade him.
All right, I guess I really just don't know how trading in baseball will really work.
Boom, roasted.
I mean, you just can't. It's just you have to.
Who's roasted now?
You, because we're not trading Nola.
Oh, so boom, roasted to the Phillies because you won't get better.
I don't know. I just wanted to hit the button. What the heck is this? Jeez. Yeah. You're crying.
I accidentally favored that?
Yeah. Unfavored.
No.
You're just crying over Aaron Nola.
I mean, I think with him on the team, the Phillies aren't going to be going anywhere anytime soon.
Well, just get.
He's too inconsistent to be one of the better starters.
Get me to spring training next year, and I see his first bullpen session, and he's just throwing 2-seamers out the wazoo, and I will be hooked.
Yeah, doing your little thing, just like you did with Ben Simmons.
My what?
Your little thing.
Yeah, I did that today. I hit a shot, and I looked at my dad. I was like, I'm hooked.
I like Chris.
Why? Pack. Well, Ben's our next topic.
Yeah, might as well move right into it. Yep. Yeah, favorite that one because you're going to be doing that a lot.
Okay.
I can't wait until I can stop talking about this guy.
Pat, you go off about Ben Simmons. I'm gonna need a drink because I've got some things to say about Ben.
Dude, you're the one with the news about him. Like I don't know what happened recently. Your mic's not working. Your mic is not working.
It was muted. Now, the news is there was a report from Shams, who's a big NBA reporter, that Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, and Matisse Thybulle all tried to go out and see Ben in LA. And before they could even get on the plane, Ben said, "Don't come. Like, I'm not changing my mind. I don't want to talk to anybody." And then Brian Windhorst, who's an NBA insider, also like an hour later said that Ben doesn't want to play in front of the Philly fans because we think that we're too tough. Now, action. Go off.
This guy's so freaking soft.
I will have you on.
He is. You muted yourself again, but he is so soft. I don't even know what to say about him anymore. I just want him gone. I can't wait for the day that we can just stop talking about Ben Simmons. I really can't wait for that day. Like, it really did. All he had to do was just take a freaking shot. He proves so many times
real quick.
He proves so many times that he can take a jump shot. So we know he can shoot, but he just refuses to do it. He's too scared to fail. And when you're too scared to fail, you then lose the loyalty of the fans that he had for the past 4 years. And he always thought that the Philly fans were never on his side. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, he's just being such a big baby. Own up to your mistakes. Work on what you've been making mistakes on. And improve yourself to improve the team. Instead of going and crying and being like, "Nah, you guys are too tough on me. Like, I'm done." Yeah. Even though this is against, like, a bunch of nobodies.
Bang! Uh-oh, fade away. It's good. That's against John Wall. Decent point guard. This was earlier today. Bang at the bucket.
So, yeah, in practice, when he's not scared to be fouled, he'll go up and shoot.
When he's playing in front of no fans.
Yeah. He'll go up and shoot. But when he's in a game and he might get fouled, he's too scared.
I mean, just bang.
All right, maybe it's not as PG as I thought.
Hey, okay. I have defended Ben Simmons for a while now. And
for a while.
Since he's been drafted. And and I
would agree with you for the first like 2 or 3 years, yeah. You had good reason to defend him, but now that he's pulling the same crap over and over, and now he's just being an even bigger baby about it.
Now, if these reports are true, and I think that they are because they're put out by reliable people.
Unlike Ben Simmons.
I can't have him on my team, but I need him. I need a return. I need something in return for like a substantial return because.
All right. Who are you talking about?
Ben.
No, like who are you thinking of getting in return for
him? Nobody in particular right now, but I need somebody that will help replace him because you're going to suffer so much defensively without him. And it's just going to be a problem, and we're going to be complaining about it next year. And I don't want to hear it when we say we have nobody who can guard Kevin Durant because Matisse can only do so much, and it's so valuable having 2 prime wing defenders. I just don't understand. Matisse Thybulle had a 2-minute and 20-second video the other day. He was on a podcast, and he was talking about Ben and Game 7. Matisse said that he was the one who fouled, I forget who it was, at the end of Game 7 that lost the Sixers the game. And he says that he's seen a little bit of backlash on Twitter about it, but it's all about Ben. Other than that, like nobody says, "Oh, Matisse fouled this guy and lost us the series." It's all about Ben, and he doesn't think it's right, and I don't think it's right either because Doc Rivers is to blame. Ben is to blame too. I'm not letting him off the hook, but it's Doc Rivers. It's the coach who's, it's everybody who's to blame because you can't lose 3 games at home and expect to win a 7-game series. Like it's just not possible. You have to be able to defend home court, and I understand that Ben needs to be traded now because you just can't bring him back after this. But I need something in return, and I need something.
I mean, at this rate, good luck. Because now he's just being a baby, and teams are going to see how desperate he is to get out, and they're not going to put as much out there to get him.
Dang!
They're not going to put as much out there to get him on their team because they know he's going to want out, and his value's much lower now because of that.
I get it that defense doesn't matter as much. But
it's basketball. Teams are going to be scoring over 100 points in every game. Like you need offense a lot more than you need defense.
But you're going to have to beat the Brooklyn Nets. Who's going to guard anybody on that team other than Matisse Thybulle?
Go against them with a better offense then.
Okay, what better offense?
I mean, I don't know players in the NBA. But get someone else out there that can shoot with Joel Embiid, and you guys would have a very solid chance of beating the Nets a lot more than you do now.
I'm just saying I need a big time player back for Ben, and I just don't know if you're gonna get it.
Chris is on my side with everything that we've been talking about tonight.
That's fine. But I just need Ben. I don't need Ben on this team. I need a good return for Ben right now.
And that's understandable.
I need a return.
That's understandable, but I don't need
Bradley Beal. I don't think you're going to get that. But I need if there was a report last week that came out that if we traded Ben for CJ McCollum, Robert Covington, and a couple first-round picks, I would take that in a heartbeat right now. I would take that. If that was a deal, I would be ecstatic. But I don't think you're gonna get that type of return, and it's gonna waste more of Joel Embiid's prime because right now you are the 4th or 5th best team in the East.
You're not reading the comment, are you?
Okay, Kevin, first of all, you lock down one guy. They're just going to go to James Harden. Then they're going to go to Kyrie. If you have 2 guys to defend them instead of just one, you have a better chance mathematically.
If you have, but that's still a 20-point difference right there. Or 16-point difference, really.
Okay, but if you hold Kevin Durant to 20, that's a win.
You hold Kevin Durant to 20, but James Harden and Kyrie Irving still get 30-plus or 40-plus.
But that's where having 2 wing defenders is better than one.
Well, how has Maxi's defense been?
He's like 6'1". Doesn't really matter. Ben's 6'8" and has a wingspan that's super, super long. So is Matisse. That's why they're so important. People just want to see offense, offense, offense. Who gives a crap about offense if you can't stop anybody?
Because majority of basketball is offense.
But Joel Embiid's not going to outscore anybody by himself. Sure.
Yeah, which is why you need somebody to shoot with him.
He'll have 40.
When Ben Simmons hasn't been.
He'll have 40. Sure. But if you let up 120 points on the other end, the Sixers aren't outscoring anybody.
Well, if they trade Ben Simmons for a scorer, they might.
It's the same thing with the Eagles. The Eagles are not winning a shootout type of game. They're just not. They're just not built that way.
Well, right now the Eagles aren't really built to win too much, but we're getting there.
If the Eagles are going to win, then they're going to have to play really good defense and score 20 to 25 points. But if they need to score 30 to 35, they're not going to win. That's why Dallas is a tough matchup. This is actually a
really good point too.
Yeah, they're all injury prone, okay, but still,
all season last season, I think they were out there for maybe 5 games together.
Yeah, and if Kevin Durant doesn't have his toe on the line, they win that series and they probably go win the finals.
Well, you don't know that.
I do. They would have went to the finals. If Kevin Durant's foot is behind the line, they take the lead and win that game on the buzzer beater. So it was on the line. I agree. But I'm just saying that everybody's going to be complaining that we're not going to be able to stop anybody. And because we're not going to be able to outscore people. You have to give and take. You take away Ben, are we outscoring anybody? No.
Probably.
With Ben. No. Okay. Is Seth Curry going to put up 25 a night? No.
I mean, he's shown that he can do it.
Not night in and night out. He's going to average 15. I agree.
Well then Maxey will come up. Maxey will eventually come up big. He was only just a rookie, and he was doing really well in the playoffs.
Yeah, he's going to average 15 right now.
All right, maybe next year he'll average 20, and he'll slowly increase from there.
I don't know. I'm telling you, it's going to be a big difference. The Sixers aren't going to. They're going to be a top 5 team in the East. They're probably going to be either 4 or 5, and they're going to probably get a first round exit. Unless they get a big return for Ben.
What type of big return?
The big return that I said earlier was CJ McCollum, Robert Covington, and probably 2 first round picks. Maybe 3.
Who's
what?
All right, Mr. Yawn. Just because I'm sick one week doesn't mean you can keep doing that shit.
Pat, you want to be famous?
Oh, I gotta mod my personal account on Twitch because I'm not even signed in. I completely forgot what I was going to say. I honestly did. Sorry, the cough distracted me.
In this town, only one team is built to outscore people, and that is the Phillies. What are you doing that for?
All they have is Bryce and JT.
Okay, but they've had to outscore people all year to default for their bullpen.
And they've barely scratched over 500.
Exactly, because their bullpen stinks. They've had to outplay
They're not really built to.
They are. They had a top 5 offense last year.
It's still not really built to outscore
They are.
teams.
How are they not?
Because if they were built to outscore teams, they'd be having more wins under their belts because they'd be outscoring teams.
Pat, they'll be up 7-4, and then the bullpen will let up 3 runs, and then boom, it's 7-7. How is that the offense fault?
And then the offense needs to outscore more. If they're built to outscore it.
If you put up 5 runs in any game, you should be able to win it. Of course, you have your outliers, but if you put up 5 runs a night, that's good enough to win.
Dude, Chris is coming after you tonight.
That's fine. I that's fine. I know what type of industry I'm getting into.
Yeah, like this is. I agree with Chris here as well. Like, you got Maxey coming up as an upcoming star.
I know.
If you get just like a decent player to replace Ben Simmons, I think the Sixers would be perfectly fine and they'll go far.
Yeah, but I don't know if you're going to get that. That's the thing. So if I can't get a decent player in return plus picks, I would rather have him on my team right now.
But he's not going to play. And if he does play, he's obviously not going to try nearly as hard because he doesn't want to be here. So now he's
if
now
he
he's
does
just
want to get out of here, then he would play better.
Oh, he isn't playing?
He's probably not going to play. But the thing is, he has to. We need a player. We need multiple players back. A lot of people think he's going to get traded next week, which is all possible because players report. Actually, they're supposed to report in 2 days on the 27th. Training camp starts 28th. So we're going to see. It's all going to unfold next week.
All right. We'll see what we can get.
I'm just telling you what I need and my theories.
Yeah, I still just think just getting a semi-decent player to replace Ben Simmons, one that can actually like put some points up on the board, is going to be better than having Ben Simmons on the team who's too scared to shoot a freaking layup against someone that's literally a foot shorter than him. Because he doesn't want to get fouled. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
30% of basketball is being fouled.
I know.
If not more. It's literally a huge part of the sport.
Yeah.
And if you're too scared to get it, what are you doing in the sport at that point?
I know. I don't know how he wasn't taught to shoot properly, but.
Well, he was
That's
obviously
just where we're
taught to
at.
shoot properly because he shows it all the time in his training videos.
It's not properly. I mean, it's kind of ugly, but he puts side spin on the ball.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention to that. I'm just seeing him score good baskets.
I know.
Like,
Hey.
he definitely knows how to shoot.
It's going to be a lot of this next
he's-
year.
Yeah.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I hear that all the time in my house with my dad. He tells me all the time that Ben stinks, and I'm just like, he's just a freak
Again,
athlete.
I just can't wait until we can stop talking about him.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
We can say he was traded to some other team. He's their problem now, and just end it at that.
This is also interesting. I would take that trade too. Colin Sexton is pretty darn good, and he'd be a great combo with Embiid. I am also fearful that Maxey might leave. I'm not sure because Rich Paul is his agent, and I now despise of Rich Paul. And I'm just worried that Maxey is going to get pushed out to leave because of Rich Paul. But I will take Colin Sexton any day of the week on my team. If Colin Sexton is the return, let's say you get Colin Sexton, Mobley, and Garland for Ben, right? And I would say the Sixers are then a top. Let's see who's in the East. Bucks, Nets, who else? The Hawks. Screw the Hawks. The Sixers could be a top 3 team with Sexton at, giving them 25 a game. Plus Tobias giving 25 a game, plus Embiid giving 30. That's 80 points right there. And then Maxey will give you 10. Seth will give you 12. So that's what, 90. That's 95 right there around. And I just think it'll greatly benefit. I would love Colin Sexton. That's, hey, by all means, let's go.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Screw Rich Paul. And that means screw LeBron too, because LeBron is the one who brought him in and made him this big time agent. Screw him.
I mean, I don't know anything about Rich Paul.
Screw Rich Paul. That's
other than he's Ben's and LeBron's agent.
And Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, and Maxey's?
That's why I'm scared. Because when they said Rich Paul said that Ben wants to leave, and then he reportedly said that Maxey should leave too, and told him not to do like charity work in Philly because of the whole Ben thing. But yeah. Clutch Sports, screw them. That's their big agency.
Well, if that's the case, then Rich Paul shouldn't be an agent because now he's affecting one player because of another player.
Well, he can do that because he's LeBron's agent and he can basically do what he wants.
That's ridiculous.
That's pretty much how it works.
That's ridiculous.
I agree, but
like you're
LeBron's agent. I mean, you have the biggest job in the world. And because of that, he has so many more clients. Yep. Well, that was a long show. The Union, right? I mean, we could talk Flyers if you wanted to, and Union.
I mean, just a small update on the Union. They beat Atlanta today, so they're staying really close into the playoff hunt. Let me pull this up real quick. Because they've now won 2 in a row. So I think they're in 4th place. Yeah, they're in 4th place. And they actually pushed Atlanta out of a playoff spot today by beating them.
Awesome.
So they just need to focus on Sorry, my dad and his girlfriend are. I swear. I need to move out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you all know what's going on at this point. They need to focus on the regular season because they have no more cups coming up. Focus on the regular season, get their guys rested, get a good rotation going, finish off the season strong, and get in the playoffs. That's what they need to do. I'm not even worried about a supporter shield this year.
No.
Yes, basically. They're so freaking loud. It's ridiculous. NyQuil's better knock me out tonight. This is what I've been dealing with for 5 years, by the way. Oh, my sister's wedding? That was an amazing time. That was an absolutely amazing time. Yeah, I was lucky to be one of the groomsmen. And like the entire groom's party was like they're all hilarious guys. They've been best friends for a while now. So like even though I was a part of it, it was like anything goes really. So it was just an absolute great time. And me, who's not much of an alcoholic drinker, I probably drank close to like 15 beers that night.
I would
So-
too.
Plus a lemon green tea shot that my cousins from Lancaster bought me. So I mean, like I was going.
Trust me, if I wasn't driving home tonight, I would have had transfusions as we were speaking right now.
If I wasn't listening to this noise, I'd be having some of my Captain Jack's rum. But I do not want to walk out there. But other than that, like she looked absolutely beautiful. The wedding was gorgeous. Like everything that could have went wrong did go wrong beforehand, but the day of the actual wedding, like everything just fell into place perfectly. And it was just wonderful. Like, it was honestly such a great time. And I'm very happy that I was a part of it and actually took a big step in it and helped my sister out a lot with it. So I'm proud of her now husband, and she is a Wilson no more. So it's nice.
Enough
It's
of
honestly
this.
nice.
Enough of this lovey-dovey stuff. Let's get to the Flyers. Wait,
All
no,
right.
you have a union update. Sorry.
No, I mean, I basically said it. Like their defense has been outstanding. Like they won 1-0 today, and then they won. Their offense actually did really well on Sunday, where they won 3-1. So I mean, like they've been doing really well. Their offense just needs to keep clicking, keep doing what they know what they can do, what the fans know what they can do because they've a lot of talent up there. And just have to keep rolling. Like they play Wednesday against Red Bull. They need to win that game to get some serious advantage above the other teams because for the most part, they're still a game or two behind most of the other teams. So, I mean, like they have that leeway where if they end up winning these next couple games and they catch up to the same amount of games as the other teams, they'll have the leeway and they'll be in like third or second place, basically.
Bet.
So, I mean, like they just need to keep rolling. Need to keep rolling, get that offense going, and be solid defensively as they have been in the past. Like that's basically it for that.
All right. So let me pull up this. I'm just basically going to scroll through some tweets for the Flyers because it's a lot of information that I have seen. Let me share this real quick.
Yeah, it sounds like Morgan Frost has been having an outstanding training camp.
Yeah.
Tyson Forrester has been having like an outstanding training camp, and he's shown off his absolutely wicked shot.
Yeah.
Kevin
So here we
Hayes
go.
went under surgery recently, and he's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks now. You got Wade Allison that's going to be out for a little while. Sam Morin's going to be out for a little while. So you got injuries already affecting you before it comes.
Oscar's cancer-free still.
That's a huge one too.
And Derek Brassard is on the same line as Cam Atkinson, and they played together in Columbus, which is good.
Already got that team chemistry. Okay. Hopefully,
yes.
Hopefully Hart can get a really good rebound year.
This is one of my favorite tweets. Apparently Ristolainen was at the top of the team's strength and conditioning test, and he was apparently like a bull in a china shop at practice in terms of physicality.
And he showed his physicality too.
Yeah, that's coming up right here. So apparently there's 13,000 season tickets have been sold out of the 20,000 possible seats or something like that.
Wow.
Joel Farabee on Morgan Frost. He's a lot more complete coming off an injury. He hasn't lost a lot. Here's one of the hits from Ristolainen. Bang. I mean, I'll play it again for you.
Yeah, I mean,
Here we go. Oh,
yeah, and that was definitely late work. If that was in a regular season game, he would have been on his back.
probably. I saw some lines. Here we go. Here's one on JVR. Awesome. Here you go. Just more physicality. He's just up in your face the entire. As soon as you cross that blue line, he's just so up in your face, and it's awesome.
The Flyers need that.
Kevin Hayes is living with Keith Yandel, which I think is kind of interesting.
Okay.
Let me look up their lines because I liked what they had. I don't have a lot of changes for that. Trying to. Here we are. So we'll start with the offense first. I love this top line right here with Claude Giroux, Sean Couturier, and Travis Konechny.
That always produced points in the past.
Love it. Joel Farabee, Kevin Hayes, and Cam Atkinson. I think that could be
that's going to be
that could honestly be a top line on any other team.
Yeah, Farabee and Atkinson both are snipers. Kevin Hayes is the playmaker. So, I mean, that can work to your benefit, but in a way, I kind of feel like you still need another playmaker on that line. Like maybe move Van Riemsdyk in Farabee's spot, even though Farabee has proven that he can really shoot.
But I don't like that, though. Kevin Hayes is a playmaker.
I know. I still feel like you need that second playmaker.
Why?
Because, like, I mean,
stumped you.
No, I'm just trying to put it in the words. Like, I'd rather have one steady shooter out there and have two other players that can be playmakers.
He's a playmaker, isn't he?
I thought he was more of a sniper.
I don't think so. I mean, I think he can be, but I think he's, kind of all around.
If he's all around, all right, that's then I'm A-okay with that.
This line, I mean, I love Scott Laughton. I don't really know what James Van Riemsdyk's going to do for you other than the power play, and I don't know what Nicholas. I don't know what Knack's going to do for you. So I'm a little wary.
Say his name.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Albay Kubel.
Albay. I know that too. I don't know why I couldn't just say it in the moment. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't not feeling great about that third line. But I love the fourth line with Oscar, Morgan Frost, and Wade Allison.
Okay.
It's just something that,
if Allison's back in time for me.
Wade Allison's going to be, he's going to be grinding on every single shift. Oscar Lindblom's going to be up on the forecheck most likely. And Morgan Frost is just a playmaker. I mean, he's got silky smooth hands. So that's the offense. Quick look at the defense. It's kind of what, a little bit what we're thinking. Provorov with Ryan Ellis, Travis Sanheim with Rasmus Ristolainen. Cam York is most likely going to start in Lehigh Valley. And, Justin Braun's playing for a spot right now with, Keith Yandel on this line. The third line probably as well. We didn't even say, Derek Brassard on here. I would like.
Oh, yeah.
Is Derek Brassard a center?
Yeah.
Fudge. Okay.
He's probably that 13th forward then.
Because I would honestly put Derek Brassard at a wing if he was a wing, but I forgot that he was a center.
Yeah, he's a center. So, okay. I'm actually okay with the
Lindblom, Brassard, Atkinson line.
No.
There you go. Oh. Cam Atkinson is shoot first winger. Never mind.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Whenever he's played against the Flyers, he's always been known as a shoot first. Which, I mean, that'll be good on the power play. We need a shoot first guy on the power play, so the fans can stop shouting shoot.
No, that's always a thing.
Dang,
they're just so deep at forward. It's not even funny.
I mean, like, just on that second line, I would still like someone kind of like Morgan Frost up on that second line where you know that he can be a playmaker, but he also has a shot when need be.
Well, actually, here's the thing. With Kevin Hayes out for a while, you're going to have Morgan Frost and Derek Brassard in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so Morgan Frost can move up to that center line.
Yeah.
But then you still have Joel Farabee, who's a shoot first kind of guy because he got 20 goals and 18 assists last season. So he's definitely more shot minded than playmaker. And then you have Cam Atkinson, who's known as a shoot first, pass leader type guy. So, I mean, like, just having two snipers can kind of clash. I mean, it's obviously worked before, but like they can clash. So I'm a little weary about it. But I mean, you never know if it works. Hell, keep them all together. I'm okay with that. If it works, it works.
Exactly. I think Elaine Vigneault is going to have a lot of options this year, and I think that's a good thing. Let me not share the screen. I think it's going to be a good thing that he's got options this year.
Yeah.
And he can kind of plug and play. Somebody's going to get hurt, so somebody's going to have to fill in, and it's good to have depth and options. So
yeah, they definitely have depth in the offense this year.
Yeah.
Definitely have a lot of it. Defense, I'm a little worried about because I think the only other person they have is Igor Zamula. Oh, and Cam York.
Yeah.
Is York's starting in Lehigh Valley, right?
Most likely.
Okay. So they have York and Zamula. Okay. Yeah, they've room everywhere.
And Justin Braun, too.
Oh, yeah. Justin Braun wasn't even in the top
Yandel.
Six.
Wait, Keith Yandel and who?
I feel like, was it Keith Yandel and Justin Braun?
It might have been. Might have been that. Okay, so yeah, they would have Cam York and Igor Zamula in Leon.
Yeah, like, so they have young guys waiting to come up. Cam York's definitely shown that he's ready for the NHL, but it's nice to have him have another year in the AHL just to prepare a little more. All right, I'm going to make fun of you every time you yawn now. Just by going, every time you go to yawn.
Pat.
You don't have the sound alerts up. You completely removed the page.
Fudge. Mine. I was playing I Feel Good because I feel good and you feel sick.
Fantastic. Yeah, like, I mean, the Flyers actually have a really solid team this year. If they can keep this team for next few years, I feel like they're going to break their playoff streak.
Inconsistencies.
No, the one thing they've been consistent with in the playoffs, I want them to break that and be in the playoffs for more than 1 year in a row.
Yeah. So I've got nothing else. I think we should just do locks of the week so I can get home before my parents say it's too late.
Fair enough. All right. So since we tied and I won the week before, I'm going first.
Yes.
So MLS Union need to beat, what was the team that they were playing on Wednesday? I literally just read it and I already forget. That's a common thing for me, guys. Red Bull. And then NFL, I've been doing pretty good on, believe it or not. So let's go into my fantasy and see who plays who. Cardinals, Jaguars, football team Bills, Saints and Patriots, Dolphins, Raiders, Bucks and Rams, Bears and Browns, Ravens, Lions, Chargers, Chiefs, Falcons and Giants, Bengals, Steelers, Colts and Titans, Jets and Broncos. Wow, these are actually going to be some pretty even games, I feel like. I'm going to go Ravens over Lions. And then how are the Vikings this year? Do you know how good the Vikings are this year?
They're okay. Dalvin Cook might be hurt, but I think he's going to play. I hope so. I got him on my fantasy team.
All right, and then I'm going Steelers over Bengals. Those are mine.
That's a good choice, my friend.
Are you just saying that because you want me to lose, or?
No. Steelers over Bengals is a good safe pick.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll see how Roethlisberger does because he hasn't been doing good this season yet.
We're not going to break the trends. Go Birds. Monday Night Football.
Sorry, hopefully you guys didn't hear that.
We heard it. I'm going to go Phil's win tomorrow because they just have to.
Who are they playing?
Pirates, Pittsburgh.
Forgot.
And I'm gonna go. Broncos over the Jets.
All right. There are our locks of the week. So, guys, definitely make sure you have an idea set up in your head in case John and I tie. Because I think this is the closest we've been to tying. I don't think we've ever been tied going into week 4.
Nope.
So, yeah, definitely make sure you have thoughts in your head about what you want us to do.
Week.
Just to be safe. I think that's pretty much it now. You got anything else?
No, sir.
All right. After 90 minutes of this, wow. I thought this was going to be shorter.
We kind of ran on.
Yeah, we did.
Talking about Ben Simmons.
I say we stop bringing him up.
Because we won't have to.
He just makes my blood boil at this point.
Eventually, we won't have to.
And I'll be happy. So that concludes week 15. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Chris, it's always awesome to talk with you basically the whole time.
Yes, it is.
I'm already drawing a blank on Kathleen.
Hey,
Kathleen was wonderful as well. She knows her stuff about the birds. So it was awesome having her in here as well.
Go Birds.
And John, I'm surprised you only yawned twice.
Go Birds. No one's ever saying from now on.
I'm going to go drink some NyQuil and pass the Beep out. Yeah, you heard. You heard the voice crack there because my voice still doesn't fully like me. And stay safe, guys. Stay well rested. Don't get sick. It sucks. And we will catch you all next Saturday since John finally doesn't have a tournament.
Woo!
Are we doing it normal time at 10 p.m.? Or you want to keep doing it at 9 or even earlier?
We'll see how the day goes. Like if I'm not doing anything, I'll do it earlier, but we'll see how it goes.
All right. So we'll update you guys on Twitter about what time we plan on starting. So until next time, stay safe. Peace out.
Go Birds.
Don't you be